Collins on behalf of the Independents for Change.
Thank you. Minister, following the public outcry and public concern last month of the huge increases in waste charges in relation to the pay-by-weight system, Minister Coveney met with the bin companies in Athlone, and he made a statement that waste charges would be frozen for 12 months and there would be no increases for people for waste charges. There was a collective sigh nationwide in response to this, of relief. He went on to say that if waste companies did not comply, that he would take action. Now, one of those companies, Greyhound Waste, is now giving two fingers to the Minister. They are demanding that people opt out of the pay-by-weight system. In other words, if people don't contact the company, they will automatically go under the pay-by-weight system, which means an increase in their charges. They are also insisting that from the 1st of August, their customers have to take out a new 12-month contract in which they must pay in advance before the 1st of August. I'm going to give one example, Minister, in relation to this. An OAP contacted me from my constituency. It was on €198.60 per week, who renewed a yearly contract with Greyhound in December last for the 12 months from the 4th of January to December 2016. The annual charge was $59.99, and then she did a pay per lift. Now, she received a letter from Greyhound to ask her to contact them, saying the mandatory pay-by-weight system was gone. And then when she contacted them, she was told that she'd have to pay €140 per year and pay it before the 1st of August. That's with their contract already not expired, and that this is going to be the case, and had to be paid before the 1st of August this year, or else in 2 instalments of €70 each. Another person contacted me by email in the same situation. After the government's intervention and the so-called price freeze was brought in, I phoned Greyhound to ensure my service charge, prepaid until December 2016, and charge per lift would not change. And then she was contacted to say it has been changed, and the same situation. So, Minister, what I want to know, and I think along with thousands of other customers and Greyhound want to know, is in the light of this, is there any action been taken, and what action, if any, is the Minister proposing to take in relation to this situation with Greyhound Waste?
Thank you very much. Deputy Collins TD.
Thank you. Well, Deputy, this government believes that the huge progress in recycling rates and diversion from landfill has been very positive for our environment and for our communities. And as you know, the Minister has actively engaged with representatives of the waste industry with a view to agreeing a way forward that results in customers paying no more than they are currently paying for waste over the next 12 months. And the approach agreed with industry was by way of a price freeze to the end of June 2017. Now, the Minister has every intention of monitoring very clearly and closely the agreement that has been reached, and if there are breaches in relation to it, as he has said, he will take action, and he will be and has been in contact with the particular company that you have spoken about. And the Minister has already said that if needed he would introduce legislation. He made that very clear, but he did come to an agreement with the waste companies. And if that agreement is being broken, and he will and is monitoring it very carefully, he will take action. And the situation that you describe, once it is out of line with the agreement, I do want to say very clearly that it will be dealt with by the Minister, and he will take action with the particular company and has engaged already with them in relation to some of the issues that you raise. He has publicly expressed his dissatisfaction with a particular company at a point where it required customers to opt out of pay-by-weight, as opposed to being offered the opportunity to opt in. So be assured, Deputy, that the Minister is monitoring the situation very carefully, is engaged and will continue to engage and monitor the situation, and if action is necessary, if the agreement is being broken, he will take action in relation to it.
Thank you, Taoiseach. Deputy Collins.
Minister, thank you for your reply, but the point is it is being broken now. It's been broken for the last 2 weeks. They've written out to every single customer to tell them that they have to contact them in relation to their renewed contract. So the Minister shouldn't be monitoring it for the next 2 weeks. This is the 14th of July. The company are saying that people have to pay in advance by the 1st of August. So what is the Minister going to do now to take this company to task and bring it and maintain the price freeze that he said was going to take place? Eva what choice has she got? She's been told that she has to pay €140 by the 1st of August if she wants to maintain her service with Greyhound. And I would ask the Minister to be a bit more urgent in this. We know Greyhound, they have a reputation of contempt for their workers in the lockout of 2014, and now they seem to have the same contempt for their customers and to the Minister. So I'd urge the Minister to actually come into the Dáil quite quickly, saying that he's going to bring in the legislation that he sees fit to deal with this issue.
Thank you, Deputy Collins. Taoiseach, 1 minute to conclude.
I can assure you that the Minister is extremely alert to this issue. He said when he was discussing this in the Dáil on previous occasions that he would be engaging with the industry, that he had come to an agreement with them, and that he would monitor but act on any breaches of the agreement. And he also said that if legislation was necessary, he would introduce legislation. So I'm sure you can raise, the points that you've brought up here this morning when the Minister is taking questions or on other occasions. But certainly, I can assure you that he is very alert to the situation and is engaging individually with companies. And if there is any breach, he will respond to it and deal with it. And I will bring what you said here this morning to his attention.
Deputy Stephen Donnelly.
Thank you, Ken.